Hello and welcome back to Digital Assets Daily. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in your corner of the world. Central banks join forces in the digital currency arms race. The central banks of the UK, Japan, Canada, Switzerland, Sweden, and others are looking into the potential of state-administered digital currencies. The Bank of England has joined an international working group of central banks exploring the potential of state-administered digital currencies in their home markets. The group's formation is one of the most concrete signs yet that the Western powers and their allies are taking the race to digitize money seriously. Amid similar moves by China's government, the Bank of Canada, Bank of Japan, European Central Bank, Sveriges Riksbank of Sweden, the Swiss National Bank, and Bank of International Settlements have all signaled their commitment to the new group, which will be co-chaired by Sir John Cunliffe, a BOE deputy governor, and Benoit Couillard, the head of Innovation Hub run by the BIS. The news comes 6 months after the unveiling of Libra, a digital currency project spearheaded by Facebook. The social networking company aims to create a new stablecoin, a cryptocurrency pegged to the basket of low-risk assets, such as fiat currencies and government debt. While Libra drew early opposition from regulators, the project also appeared to accelerate central bankers and their plans to explore the possibility of digitizing their own currencies. While the working group is new, the parties involved have already been exploring their own digital currencies initiatives. Last September, Mario Draghi, the ECB president at the time, wrote a letter in response to Eva Kaili, a member of the European Parliament, stating that the bank was analyzing the opportunities and challenges associated with a digital form of the euro. The Swiss National Bank is working with SIX, the Swiss Financial Services Group, on the development of a digital franc. The BOE said in a statement that the new working group will assess central bank digital currency, the use cases, economic, functional, and technical design choices, including cross-border interoperability and the sharing of knowledge of emerging technologies. It added that the group will work closely with relevant institutions, including the Financial Stability Board, the G20 Supervisory Body, and the BIS's Committee on Payments and Market Infrastructures. Facebook's Libra is not the only driving factor or the factor driving the sudden surge in central bank interest in digital currencies. The People's Bank of China has been open about its plans to create a digital yuan. A recent article by CoinDesk, citing the PBOC, reported that the project had taken a giant leap forward. The Wall Street Journal reported on the 16th of January that Chris Giancarlo, former chair of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, the U.S. regulator, had set up a think tank to promote a digital dollar. He warned that the U.S. was at risk of losing the benefits of controlling the world's dominant global currency. Giancarlo told Financial News, "I think that the dollar's long-term viability, if it remains an analog currency in a digital marketplace, is undermined." Pardon me. The Bank of England is to consider adopting cryptocurrency. The BOE, one of central banks weighing potential benefits amid a decline of cash and emergence of Facebook's Libra. The Bank of England will examine how Britain could adopt a Bitcoin-style digital currency as part of a global group of central banks that have joined together to examine the possible pitfalls of relying on electronic money. Bank officials will meet with the Bank of Japan and each European Central Bank, the ECB, the Sveriges Riksbank, and the Bank of Canada. The Swiss National Bank and the Bank of International Settlements, or Bank for International Settlements, the BIS, to pool research and experiences of the potential for a central bank digital currency, a CBDC. The BOE governor, or deputy governor, Sir John Cunliffe, will co-chair the group with Benoit Coeur, a former ECB board member and head of the BIS Innovation Hub. The move comes amid the emergence of private sector digital currencies such as Bitcoin and Facebook's Libra, which is due to be launched this year. Facebook's plans for Libra coin and a digital wallet have caught the attention of regulators and central banks worldwide, with Threadneedle Street being among those vowing tough new rules. The BOE was among several central banks to warn that Libra would need to be regulated, leading many supporters to end their relationship with the digital currency. The idea of a central bank digital currency has been increasingly mooted worldwide to help improve payment systems and cross-border transactions. The bank said the new working group would look at CBDC use cases, economic, functional, and technical design choices, including cross-border interoperability and the sharing of knowledge on emerging technologies. It will also work closely with other global forums and groups such as the Financial Stability Board and the Committee on Payment and Market Infrastructures, the CPMI, which is also chaired by Cunliffe. Just last month, Sweden's central bank said it would sign a deal with a consultancy firm, Accenture, to create a pilot platform for a digital currency known as the e-krona. The Riksbank has been exploring the idea of its own digital currency for some time, especially given the rapid decline in the use of cash in Sweden. The European Central Bank has also been investigating the possible benefits of CBDC since last year. Fran Boet, executive director of Positive Money, said policymakers had been slow to realize how much enthusiasm there was for digital money. They had been asleep at the wheel over the future of our money system, being determined by a small number of banks, payment companies, and now tech giants. The rapid decline of cash and threat of private digital currencies like Facebook's Libra have served as a much-needed wake-up call, but central bankers have a lot of catching up to do. Central banks need to accelerate plans for a central bank digital currency, which would both ensure that people have the choice of a safe public banking option and prevent our monetary system being completely surrendered to unaccountable private interests. This new group must serve as a vehicle for doing so. As 2020 begins, we'll give them this real quick article in regards to the Guardian, basically stating, feel free to donate to them. Now I want to follow that up with a quick video with Brad Garlinghouse in regards to the Bank of England considering a CBDC, or basically storing crypto, where Brad Garlinghouse states Bank of England is a paying customer.
But look, the Bank of England is a paid customer of Ripple's. There's another central bank we haven't announced that we're working with very actively. We will continue to work with central banks, we'll continue to work with regulators and educating them about how we can accelerate the financial ecosystem, which is good on many, many, many levels, and not in some way circumvent and enable anonymous transactions that obviously the government has concerns about.
But can you
And there you had it straight from Brad Garlinghouse. So we're pretty confident that they're going to, let's go back to their headline to make sure we don't pronounce it correctly here. Bank of England to consider adopting cryptocurrency. And as you heard it straight from Brad, I'm pretty confident they already do. Ripple, 2 new partners, and the U.S. Treasury back Ripple and XRP. I'd like to get into this to keep the theme of today's articles moving on such a massive scale. Ripple Labs has gained 2 new partners, Bottomline Technologies and Tranglo, who have opted for Ripple technologies. The U.S. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin has stated that he supports cryptocurrencies that reduce the cost of cross-border payments. I'm not really going to go into this article. The links will be provided to feel free to go into it. The little cliff notes there on the side, the little precursor to the article was exactly all we needed to share. Again, guys, we're here for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. You know, we love you guys and we thank you guys and appreciate all that you do and your support of this channel. Till the next one.